It's green. It is green. I beg your pardon. So we are, in fact, going back to racing. And the cars then heading down towards the first corner with the 4 and the 912. Well, they weren't quite side by side as we headed out of Hohenrhein and the sequence of Tiergarten. It looks to be a good start from Adam Christodoulou, with Fred Makovici following his every move, but a spin for Jelmer Berman, and the Bilstein Mercedes is sideways and rolling backwards at the Yokohama S. That's going to cause mayhem for everyone behind, and I'm not sure Jelmer Berman's going to find a gap in the traffic to be able to pull back into line there. He was sandwiched, remember, between Maxime Martin and Fred Verviche.
And the problem, of course, for Jelmer Berman is he doesn't just have to wait for the Group 1 cars to go through, he has to wait for the whole field, what's left of it, to go through, and so he will have to be a bit careful when he finds his gap in the traffic in order to go through there. But he was in any case a lap ahead of all the cars that were behind him, so he had nothing to lose, everything to gain, JP.
Well, somewhat of a surprise to get a restart despite, well, very thick fog out on the Nordschleife. I don't envy any of these drivers for this first lap of the restarted race. We have an hour and a half to go in the 46th running of the Nürburgring 24 hours. It's turned into a bit of a special one. You don't want to go anywhere away from the RS1 channel of the network of Radio Show Limited channels. I know we've got alternative coverage going on RS3, but do not go anywhere until this one is done. We'll be back in a moment.
The Nürburgring 24 hours.
On RS1.
On RS1.
Part of the Radio Show Limited network.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, although you'll be forgiven for thinking it's more like 11 o'clock at night. Such is the visibility. The race leaders, having just been unleashed back onto the Grand Prix Strecke and the Nordschleife, are Adam Christodoulou and Fred Makovici in the 4 Mercedes and the 912 Porsche. Third position is the number 6 car of Hubert Haupt, and I wonder where Jelmer Berman is going to feed into this. He has completed a lap of the Grand Prix Strecke, but lost something like 13 seconds on the cars that were around him at the restart. It's an even hour. Are we doing our usual race update?
No, I don't think we need
so.
Yeah, we already did the rundown.
Check back to the previous hour. I gave pretty much every class leader within the top 40 during that at 5 to the hour.
Time, Johnny. We've got a race for the overall lead here out on track, and a race. Obviously, we've restarted with everyone nose to tail.
Yeah. So
it's the first lap that you can make your best ground. Always has been, always will be. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And we've got that number 912 Porsche absolutely glued to the back of the number 4 Christodoulou Mercedes, as they are already out onto the Hatzenbach and beyond.
And an overtake for Kelvin van der Linde, who I reckon's got ahead of Fred Verviche now in that Dunlop shot at Team Phoenix Audi. They are on the same lap, remember, so the top 2 are circulating now on lap 127. The 3 cars behind, Hubert Haupt, Maxime Martin, Jelmer Berman, all on the same lap as well, but Berman's lost all his opportunity to race with the Aston Martin 007 and the sister Black Falcon car because of the time lost at the Yokohama S. 6th, 7th and 8th places, or rather 6th and 7th.